Representative Brandon Gill, Republican of Texas, is circulating a petition for his supporters to sign to deport a fellow member of Congress, Representative Ilhan Omar, Democrat of Minnesota. Gill had previously called on Omar to be deported, arguing she is more loyal to undocumented immigrants in the United States from her native Somalia than to the United States. The petition and email circulated by Gill were first reported by Axios. Omar became a U.S. citizen in 2000 after fleeing her native country due to the Civil War. The Minnesota representative has been the target of Republican insults following her staunch criticism of President Trump during his first administration. Friend, we should have never let Ilhan Omar into our country, and frankly, America would be a much better place if she were to be sent back to Somalia. Gill wrote in the email, which included a picture of him next to President Trump. As in the past, he criticized Omar for discussing how to evade immigration and customs enforcement. Recently, it came out that Ilhan Omar is hosting free workshops for Somalians who are in our country illegally on how to evade ICE and deportation. It could be not be more blatant. Ilhan Omar is more loyal to illegal Somalians than she is to the United States, or the office she was elected to, he added. Well, what do I even say to this? I don't think it's going to work. If you were to try deporting a person who is a duly elected member of Congress, you'd have to have several logistics in terms of, okay, probably a court process to determine if this meets the criteria for a deportation, who's going to fill their seat in their absence, or are they still going to be a representative while living somewhere else? It's really wild and has no basis, and it is just posturing. He knows that there's no chance that Congress, whether it's controlled by Democrats or Republicans, is going to either take seriously or have enough votes to get rid of a sitting member for a policy disagreement. But, it's a nice little thing for him to go around and share to his supporters. Mark Pocan, the congressman, he went and talked about this on Twitter, right? He criticized Johnson for not being able to get his caucus under control. But really, it's, rhetoric like this is so sad, because it's like you see all the Democrats that criticize Trump's immigration policies. Some of them are, leading sanctuary cities. And whether you like her or not, Omar is here legally. So when you start talking about, oh yeah, let's deport the lady who's here legally because she disagrees with our political beliefs, our immigration policy, it just comes off as more nativist drivel. Like, you're not saying it's bad that she is an immigrant, but you are saying you're going to punish her in a specific way that you wouldn't do to the U.S. representatives who would do and say the exact same things but happen to have been born here. But yeah, he knows this has no chance. He knows it makes his fundraising emails, I guess, get a little bit more attention, by getting the news. And it's just another reminder that instead of actually sitting down and trying to come up with a incentivizing immigration proposal that both sides that you could get enough votes from members of both parties to pass and actually stop the flow of illegal immigration, whether that's people overstaying their visas, whether that's people, jumping over the border. He would rather do this. And that's why I said our politicians are jokes. They do all of these things that they know have no attention, no chance of actually going anywhere. And even if they did, it's not good. Like, who the hell does he think is going to replace Omar in her blue district if she were deported? A Trump's anti-border advocate? Like, no, there's no way in which, even if this were to be implemented, this would lead to a shift in policy from whoever occupies that seat, because it's a blue district, and whoever takes it is either going to, even if it's like a corporate Democrat, more likely than not, they're going to be more lax on immigration laws than the Republicans are. So it's just him posturing. And again, this is the state of our politicians. They would rather, instead of trying to actually govern, they would rather spend money creating these stupid emails about deporting other people in the same position as them. It's nuts.